that spark again. And boxing is more mental than it is physical. And, you know, even as a seasoned vet, you still have things you can learn about the sport. That's why I love the sport. It's always teaching me new things about myself in and out the ring. And so now that everything is back full circle, I'm looking forward to proving not only to the fans, but to myself, most importantly, that I still got what it takes.
You've done a lot in the sport already. You've already become a world champion. What's left for you to do? What have you still got goals and aspirations of becoming world champion again?
Well, have goals and aspirations of not only being world champion, but catapulting myself into the Hall of Fame conversation. That's my ultimate goal. And so fights like this means a lot because it puts me in position to be a two-time division champion, be amongst some of the greats of my generation when it's all said and done. So that's what I'm mostly looking forward to.
John Ryder been on your radar?
He hasn't been on my radar. He's not one of those fighters that I could personally say that that's one of the guys I always want to fight. But when I got the list of options, I thought he still would be a worthy opponent and deserves a fight. The first time he came into my understanding was the Callum Smith fight. But I really even still didn't think that it would be a possibility for us to fight, because how many times do you fight southpaws in your entire career? And so I'm looking forward to putting it all on the line, but most importantly, giving the fans a good show.
Do you see it's a difference between you two on Saturday night?
What's the difference? What would be the difference? I would say the experience factor, the power, the speed, and the ring IQ.
Daniel, you've been involved in the sport for a very long time. You've fought the best names. What's the motivation? What's the overall target that you're looking to achieve? Who are the names you'd like to see yourself in the ring, given if you get a win on Saturday night?
Well, I wouldn't say there's any names in particular. I'm for whatever fight makes sense. You can always go throughout your whole career wanting to fight this guy, that guy, call them out, and to no avail. So for me personally, it's just whatever makes sense to get me to my final destination, which is the Hall of Fame.
Do you think CANELO will look to vacate any of the belts that he's got at 168 right now?
I'm not sure what the plans is for any other fighter other than myself. My main goal is Saturday night, getting the cobwebs out, showing the fans that the Miracle Man is back, and moving forward from that point on.
Would you be interested in a rematch with him?
Absolutely. I think anybody would be interested in the fight, let alone a rematch with somebody of that nature. CANELO is one of the best fighters of our generation, and so for me, being at a different weight class, being 100% healthy, come Saturday night, your first seed, but then after that, sky's the limit, I believe.
What fight have you learned the most from in your career heading into Saturday night?
That's a really good question. The fights I've learned from the most in my career were probably some of the fights that I didn't look the best. Probably some of the fights that I went in disliking the other person. Probably some of the fights that I didn't have my mental together outside the ring. And so that's why I just love the sport, because it's like, it'll show you what you need to work on. It'll allow you to see, based off of your performances, what it is you need to work on. And it may not even be physical, it may be up here.
Do you have a prediction for Saturday night? Do you think this will go the distance, or do you think you managed to get him out of there?
My prediction is fireworks. That's all I'm saying. Fireworks. However, the victory comes, because I do see my hand being raised by the end of the night. So however that comes, I'll be happy. I just want to be able to give the fans a good showing.
Not looking past John Ryder at all, because obviously he's a live opponent in there, very good fighter. If you do get the chance to share the ring with the likes of CANELO again, what would you do differently this time around?
Well, I think I'll have a different physical body. I'll have a physical advantage simply because I wouldn't be drained of weight. I had to go through a lot making 160 pounds, so that's why I moved up. But who knows what the future has in store. Like I said, all I have to focus on is Saturday night, and then I can think about those things.
You fought in front of massive crowds before. What do you expect from Ali Pali on Saturday night?
Wow, sold out crowd, Alexandra Palace. I've heard so many good things about it. I'm just looking for the energy, coming out. I know that it's not going to be a complete biased crowd, because the UK fans love good fighting, good boxing. So like I said, I just look forward to soaking that. But even if it is all John Ryder fans there, I fought in a predominantly Mexican crowd that was voting for Chavez Jr., where I had to adapt. And I use their cheers as fuel for me to go on and eventually stop him. So regardless of what, I just want a good atmosphere. Last question.
When you report CANELO, that's pound for pound number one. How much do you take from that fight? How much did you learn sharing the ring with him?
Well, you learn most importantly that when you share a ring with a guy of that stature, the little bit of things separates you from the people of those calibers. So you can be top tier, but it'll be maybe a little bit of the condition, or maybe shoot through your jab a little bit more, maybe shoot a space, just little subtle things. It's not a drastic difference, but you do learn from each and every fight, especially guys like that. So.
Do you think it helps you when you're the underdog, obviously, or you're the underdog, or maybe not the underdog, but when the crowd's against you, obviously the crowd is against you against Canelo, the crowd probably be against you here at Ali Pali. Do you think that give you a fuel? Do you think that give a lot of fire inside you?
Absolutely. I've never been shy of being an underdog. I know that I have a worldwide list of fans that support me and show their love to me. So that's all I need. But to go on hostile territory has never been a problem for me. It always just adds fuel to my fire.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Appreciate
brother.
your time.
Thank you.